Welcome to EJ's British Cars. Well, it's been raining almost every day here, so I haven't got a lot of work done. But I was in Harbor Freight the other day, and I picked up a hydraulic wire crimper, which, if you're doing larger crimp connections on electrical, such as battery cable ends, and even if you get some of the bigger power wires leading up a high power alternator, these are really handy. So I found it on the open box shelf, so I get it at a discount. Uh, but it works well. Everything seems to be there. Like I say, I've used it a couple of times now. It's not the kind of thing you use every day, but boy, it sure is nice when you need it. So let's go take a look at it. So this is it. It comes in a nice fitted case. It's SKU number 64044, and I think there's a part number on it too. No, that's the SKU number. Um, so I tried searching on Harbor Freight website with that number, and that doesn't seem to work anymore. So anyway, but it's a hydraulic wire crimping tool. So it's fairly simple. It's similar to the tool that I have for crimping air conditioning lines. So this is a hydraulic ram. This is the operating handle, and the piston up here, and then just the valve on and off. And it comes with several sets of dies, which I think is 14 average American wire gauge through 0. So it's a, as you can see, this is a fairly wide clamp, and it keeps coming down, down, and down, and down to these tiny ones. I'm not sure why you would really need those, but man, what the hell. It works pretty simply. The dies come in pairs, and they're marked, so you make sure you get the same ones. And then they just fit up into the tool. It must be magnetic because they stay in place, so that's kind of nice. And the next one, kind of hard to do it with one hand. And you can rotate them so you can have different angles, so you can do this way, or I suppose it's probably, if you set them in, if you set them in that way, it locks them in, but it's nice to have options. And they make a hex clamp, so you can probably see that. So that once they're in place, you put your device in, and it'd be nice if this thing had a spring to return the handle, which it doesn't, but just, I'm running out of hands here. There you go. Just pump them till they close up. It's all pretty straightforward. I was surprised. I was using this the other day, and how much force this thing will develop. So there's it closed, and it pops right open. So if you saw the video from the last Friday, I replaced a distributor in my 65 Chevy pickup truck, and somebody had messed around with the vacuum line. So that vacuum is directly into the manifold, and they basically just had the vacuum hose stuffed onto the end of the retaining nut, which had a sort of a cone end on it. So I made up uh, a line with the ferrule fitting in it, but that was too small for the rubber line for the, because of the size of the port on the distributor was significantly bigger than the 16th inch or 8th inch uh, copper line that I was using on the manifold end. But I found a piece of telescope or a piece of tubing that was basically telescopic to the piece that was in there, and I used this to cramp it in, and I crimped down, wasn't really thinking, crimped down pretty hard, and I just squeezed the edge out of it like crazy. It still worked fine because it's protected by the thing. But let's see if we can't find something to crimp up. Here's an old piece of it's an unused piece of battery cable that I trimmed off something I needed to be a bit shorter. This says it's a number 6 connector, uh, and it fits this thing perfectly. And these are set by the wire size, and this piece of cable doesn't have it on, but a 2 AWG sounds about right, and it seems to fit pretty well. So anyway, put it in. So if you look, there's a split in this connector where the edges are rolled together. So we just got that facing up. You want to get it about centered in the die. Looks pretty good. Make sure that piece is snug, and then we'll just crimp. And like I say, it's not hard. You can really close that thing up, and that has basically got to the point of about refusal. And you can see it's nice and tight on there. And there's a nice hex clamp. Looks quite professional, really. I really like that. So that is really nice. But that's as hard as I can pull on it, and it ain't moving. So that looks really nice. I mean, I've been doing this with lineman's pliers that have the notch with a centerpiece, and it pushes down, but it doesn't do anything like that. That is really nice. You see, that's the factory end because it's not anywhere near as nice a connection. That's really thin wall. This is much heavier, and they've just crimped it right on the edge. So I'm gonna see if I find a piece of pipe, and I'll show you how to do that. So here's a little bit of 3/8 brake line and a piece of probably 5/16 threaded rod. And as you can see, they fit together quite readily, but they are fairly close to being the same size. And I just look like this 0 American wire gauge fitting looks about right for the size. Just slide that in there. So this thing will stand still. I'm going to put in about maybe an inch worth. And you can see that's touching the pipe, and the two dies are about 3/16 apart. Clamp it up again. This squeeze with one hand, and you really feel when it hits down on that inner piece. And again, it's done a nice hex pattern. Look at that. So this could really be handy. I mean, particularly if we start doing crimping things onto like choke cables and stuff like that. I really see a use for this. For we got to fabricate like crazy, but that thing is really on there, and there is no slack left. That's a good connection. Oh, so like I say, I've only used it a couple of times, but it sure seems like a nice piece. It's Pittsburgh, which is the inexpensive brand, but it's a really nice case. You can see it's all form fitted for this. That fits in. The only thing that's kind of weird is they have these nice two sectioned areas for these dies, and we got two more that will go in there. We do have these two pockets here. But when I looked on the websites, what it's supposed to have is 18 dies or 9 sets. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's the 9th set. And these are really, you know, I've got I have a manual crimping tool for use for those, slide ends for doing wiring, which work really nice, which are essentially doing what this is doing, though this is doing the full hex around it like they do on video cable and stuff like that, or cable TV. So, and like I say, it's a nice case, closes up well. So I like it. So if you enjoyed all that, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and join, and we'll see you next time.